master. Mother Queen's rising the chapter. Deja vu, tell you what I'm gonna do when they reminisce over you, my God.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers out at Quicken Loans Arena. This Cleveland group has been getting things done. They've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now to know that it's no mirage. These guys definitely for real. And this evening, going head-to-head, two of the best rebounding teams in the league. Should be a serious bump and grind. Kenny, what makes these two clubs so great on the boards?
Fundamentals, Ernie. Fundamentals.
Okay.
You know, that's something that you can teach, but then there's something that you can't teach. Speed and size.
And you have to want it more than the next guy. And your instincts, you got to have be like a great rebounder. You got to have great anticipation, a la Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
Yeah. And with the game just about ready to begin, time to send it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Tell him sit down. Be humble. 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 Sit down.
It's an Eastern Conference matchup, and today's game is the 76ers coming to town for this one. We welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. The last time these two teams met, it was the Cleveland Cavaliers picking up the loss in that outing against Philly. And so, with that loss, that gives each team one win apiece in this series. Both teams want this one badly.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin, Channing Frye's floor spacing puts opposing bigs in a bind. Frye says big guys like to paint. I make them allergic to it. Their big guys want to help, but he can't. He's got to come to Fryland. Just sit out there with me. So it's a pick your poison kind of thing. Kevin, if there's one place I know you'll love, it's Fryland.
That's right, T.A. You and I both, maybe after the broadcast, you and I can swing over there for a bite. Clark, assess the center position right now in the NBA. And I'm talking about elite centers and their place in the game.
Well, the center position has changed, Kevin. You don't have a lot of back-to-the-basket centers anymore. More of the big guys are stepping out and are more like stretch fours than traditional big guys. What you have in the center position now typically are rebounders and rim protectors. Not many dominant scorers on the low block.
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Redick and Simmons are the 2 and the 3. Joel Embiid out there with Dario Saric, and it's Fultz in at the point guard position.
And Rose has shown himself capable of knocking down that 3 when he's got some daylight.
And Saric kicks to Fultz. Floats one up. The shot, no good. LeBron with some nice D. And the Cavaliers with possession. It's a 3-point game. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance. Felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
Saric with it, picked up by Love. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Embiid the screen. Redick for three. They get it again. Yep, that one goes in there.
And this is what you get with Embiid. A real scrapper, even though he's a big, skilled, talented guy. He's an energy guy as well.
Now, here's Thomas. His last outing, he had 18 points. Redick against Rose. Kicks it out to LeBron. Outside Thomas. Saric grabs the board. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Here's Fultz. 17 points for him last game against Miami. Thomas kicks to James. Back to Thomas. Rose dishes to Thomas. LeBron against Simmons. 6 to shoot. Unloads. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kill, showing no mercy in transition their part.
There's Rose with the three. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And Simmons kicks to Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
Just a tremendous feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Simmons against LeBron. Outside Thomas. Cavaliers working now with a fresh shot clock. Rose kicks to Thomas. For three, Love hits it from three-point range. Love's got his second basket of the night.
Well, it sure is a lot of fun watching Love bury these outside shots. I mean, when he's hitting from deep, it opens up things for everybody.
Now here's Embiid. 14 points from him the last game against Miami.
And 3 blocks on the game as well. I mean, he was going all out and making plays defensively.
Here's Thomas. After the made shot from Joel Embiid. Launches it. Love, no good.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
Now here's Rose after Ben Simmons' miss. Thomas passes to Love. Rose dishes to LeBron. Inside, Embiid with the steal. Simmons on the wing, covered by LeBron. And Simmons kicks to Fultz. Here's Saric. He trains the turnaround jump shot. And Brett Brown, such a great fit in Philadelphia. He loves the town, loves the game, loves to coach. He says about the town, Clark, it reminds him of his hometown.
Well, that's nice to hear because he does embody a lot of the grit that you come to know and expect from Philadelphians. I mean, it reminds him of where he's from. He's faced the media through tough times. He's always candid and forthright. And he's coaching with a long lens, as he put it, building towards something great. And, man, I tell you, that passion and enthusiasm just oozes out of him, which is pretty cool to see.
And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Philadelphia?
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Smith is checked in.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Outside, Redick. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Cavaliers trailing. LeBron James on the wing, covered by Saric. Smith with a screen on Saric. Smith sets the pick for James. Back to Rose. Rose with another miss.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Fultz kicks to Saric. George has got his second basket.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now James turned in an outstanding game against Brooklyn. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
And LeBron James has openly stated very publicly, especially last year in the finals, he is chasing Michael Jordan. He wants to be the best ever.
And at this point, he might be top 2. Jordan with 6 titles. Hard to see LeBron surpassing that. But just to be in the conversation with the GOAT is an achievement in and of itself.
Thomas, it's a wide open look, and he misses the go-ahead basket.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Fultz with the ball. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Here's Simmons. Basket counts. Simmons got his first basket of the night.
Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
Here's Smith. Kicks it out to James. Screen by Smith. It's stolen by Sharks. Outside, Redick. Embiid with a screen on Thomas. Fultz kicks to Sharch. Simmons on the wing. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
James against Sharch. Thomas a screen. And here's Rose outside. That one doesn't drop. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
No question about it. Honed in completely. They demonstrated real grit in a tough place to play, and they got the result they wanted.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Embiid with the screen on Thomas. Fultz kicks to Redick. Off target from 3-point range.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Outside for Thomas. Outside Rose. LeBron dishes to Rose. Shoots over Redick. And there's Rose on the assist by LeBron. Rose has got 5 now.
And James is an all-around talent, a fantastic passer who actively looks to get his guys going.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Clark, when you watch a team that's clicking on offense, what are some of the smaller things, the small details that are setting them apart?
Well, a couple of things. One is solid screen setting. That's huge because that's an unselfish act when you set a screen to get somebody else open. Then ball movement. Being willing to go past a good opportunity for a next pass best opportunity. I think the Golden State Warriors do that as well as any team in basketball. The extra pass, sharing the ball, and giving themselves up for each other.
A different look now for Cleveland. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Jay Crowder comes in for LeBron. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Derrick Rose. Carroll, no one around him. A 3-pointer off the mark. Cavaliers leading. To the paint. Here's Crowder. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And, you know, guys, Wade is a terrific teammate, always willing to give up the ball and share the sugar, if you will, especially when his teammate is wide open.
Now, here's Covington. He's coming off a 19-point game against Miami. Now, here's McConnell. 6 on the shot clock. Over Thomas. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You can ill afford to put a smaller defender on him. I mean, especially from the mid-range. You're asking for trouble.
Holmes sets a screen. Thomas passes to Wade. Smith outside. Crowder kicks to Thomas. Misses the three. Thomas gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Pass to Fry. The dish to Covington. Back to Fry. And here's Carroll. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Heat in Miami. Covington inside the line, and the shot no good, a bit short. Cavaliers shooting 44% overall here in the first quarter. Thomas dishes to Crowder. Tries a three, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. There's 1:40 left in the first quarter of the game. The pass to Fry. The feed to Carroll. He kicks it to Johnson. Shoots over Crowder. Johnson can't get it to go. And here are the Cavaliers. Wade outside. He feeds it to Thomas. Holmes sets a screen. Thomas passes to Smith. Outside for Thomas. Over McConnell. And the shot is long.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Wade against Covington. Kicks it to Crowder. For three, Smith. Rebound by Johnson. 76ers trailing. Pass to McConnell. Philadelphia moving the ball over. And Fry slams it in. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Drains it from beyond the arc. And that's now 6 points for Isaiah Thomas. Now here's McConnell. Guarded closer. They set the pick. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Carter. That's tipped. For Philadelphia, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Amir Johnson.
The first one falls.
And that versatility that Johnson offers has a huge upside. He's mobile and strong enough that he can defend either front court position, and that's a great tool for any team to have.
And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. It's a tie game here in Cleveland. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in, and as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
Either team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
And you know what, Greg? It looks like they have an advantage there. I mean, I liked how they've made an effort, really a concentrated effort, to hit that glass.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, T.J. McConnell is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damari Carroll. Then it's Amir Johnson, and it's Fry in at the center position. And Clark with players that did get moved at the deadline. How hard is it for them to adjust to their new situation?
You know, I never had to experience that as a player, watched it from a distance with other players. It's challenging. I mean, mid-season, you've got to retool and recalibrate a bit. And not to mention some of the off-the-court stuff that may affect that move. Family, kids in school, what's going on, all of those things can have an impact as well on performance. So it's not easy, but it is part of the landscape of being an NBA player, and you have to deal with it.
There's a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Trickeration. I like that, partner. That's pretty strong word creation. And you've got to be creative, though, whether you're commentating or hooping, especially when you're going inside.
And you look at all the accomplishments, all the great moments from Wade's career. No doubt he is going to the Hall as soon as he's eligible. One of the greatest two guards to ever play.
Covington wide open. He fires. Buries the long-range jumper. Covington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Wade. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wade's got 5 points now in the quarter. And it's shocking when you look at the numbers that Wade has had over the years. He never won an MVP award. Certainly, Greg played like an MVP in some of his seasons.
But the rest of the accolades are there for D. Wade. All the trips to the All-Star game, the first team, all defense, the all-NBA teams. But most important to him and his legacy are the 3 NBA titles.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Out to Shumpert. Carter on the wing. Back to Shumpert. Pass to Holmes. From outside the arc. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And you know what? It's important for big men to be able to shoot from deep in today's game. And shot selection important. Good shot selection there.
Now here's Johnson. He averages about 5 points a game. Back to Carroll. From deep. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
Here's Wade. He has 5. To Holmes. On the wing, Shumpert. Shot clock at 5. Free throw line jump shot. Again, Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 3rd basket of the night.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Shumpert against Covington. And Carroll now atop the key. And Vince Carter pulls it down. The Cavaliers leading by 3. It's Crowder on the wing. Carroll covering. Crowder kicks to Holmes. And good as it rattles through the hoops. Holmes got 5 points now this quarter. Philadelphia's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Feeds to Carroll. Johnson sends the screen for Carroll. Shumpert against Covington. Pass to McConnell. He dishes it to Fry. It's good. Fry's got 5 points so far.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Wade outside. It's Crowder on the wing. Shumpert in the corner. No good on the triple. The 76ers trail by 3. McConnell kicks to Covington. Carroll up top. Johnson against Crowder. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Just 4 to shoot. Covington inside the line. Hits the front of the rim and out. Cleveland leading by 3. Now Shumpert. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Yeah, good interior D there, prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now here is Carter. Back to Wade. 3-pointer, Crowder. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The 76ers trail by 3. Lets a floater go. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Green comes in for Jay Crowder. LeBron's checked in for Vince Carter. And it's Rose in for Dwayne Wade. And that one's good, Shumpert.
Hey, I tell you what, the contest on that shot was lacking. Very subpar, which is why the shooter buried it.
And really few teams in NBA history have undertaken the sort of extreme makeover the Sixers did over the last 4 years, and a lot of losing along the way, but the fans have been surprisingly supportive of the rebuilding process.
Bad turnover, plain and simple. No other way to describe it. I mean, he just threw it out of bounds.
Sharge checked in for the 76ers. There's the screen. Simmons with it. He had 28 points in the win against Miami.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels. Yeah, this is just going to be a mismatch every time. LeBron just too fast, too powerful, and too big.
And before the rebuild, the Sixers for a long time were stuck in mediocrity. Treading water, Greg, as they might say.
Yeah, and it's hard to make that leap without top draft picks. And the Sixers plumbed the depths, if you will. Now, though, I think they've found their treasure trove.
Smith checked in for Iman Shumpert. Love with the screen on Simmons. Rose in the post. James kicks to Rose. Smith for 3. Sharge grabs the board. The 76ers trail by 5. In the corner, Simmons with it. Dishes it to Fultz. There's a screen. Back to Simmons. The pass to Sharge. Green with the block. It's LeBron with the drive. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Clark, you were a strong free throw shooter when you played. Why do some big men have such a hard time being at least serviceable at the free throw line?
Well, I'm not as big as some of the biggest guys that have the most trouble. Typically, you see guys north of 6'8", 6'9", struggling tremendously from the line in general. And because of that, I think sometimes it's the mechanics of shooting the ball, and big hands can sometimes be a hindrance to that. Oftentimes, it's a matter of how much do you work at it and how soon do you start working at it. A lot of times, big guys tend to focus on their post moves and scoring the ball close to the bucket and not as much as shooting. But you're seeing more and more big guys with sweet strokes, and I think it's a matter of, again, basic fundamentals, mechanics, and then putting in hours and hours and hours of work on it.
From deep, Rose. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Sharge has got his 3rd rebound tonight. The dish to Fultz. Now the feed to Embiid. He kicks to Sharge and stolen by Love. The shot by Sharge, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And here we can check out the breakdown of rebounds tonight between the front court and the back court for the 76ers.
And their bigs are getting the vast majority of those caroms, handling their business on the inside and freeing up the guards to get up the court and look for early offense.
Fultz kicks to Sharge. He feeds it to Fultz. Now here's Embiid. He has 6. Stolen by Rose. James against Simmons. James dishes to Green. Smith the pass to LeBron. And Rose wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 8 points for Rose. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Cleveland.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Now here's Love.
And you all may have heard this before, but I can't resist this fun fact about Kevin Love. His uncle was one of the founding members of the band The Beach Boys.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Both good from the line that time.
Solid trip from the line right there. Knocked them down, and it was easy.
Volts kicks to Reddick. Screen by Sharch. Reddick with it. Now Smith defending. The shot by Sharch. No good.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
James kicks to Smith. That 3 off the mark.
Well, it's surprising that he clunked that one. I mean, especially since the defense was nowhere to be found.
Outside for Simmons. Pass to Sharch. Feeds to Fultz. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Sharch. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Kevin Love. Second in free throw percentage, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And you never see him get nervous when he steps to the line. That's why he's second in the league in free throw percentage. And here is James. He has 6. Green, the screen. Right side Rose. Back to LeBron. Over Fultz. Out to Smith. To the inside. And stolen by Simmons. And the wide open shot from Reddick. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's costing them right now, sabotaging them a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
Here's Simmons down low and stolen by Love. Outside Rose. Back to Green. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Fultz the pass to Embiid. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. In third, the Cavaliers.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson comes in for James, and Thomas subbed in for Rose. Now here is Smith. On the wing, Green. Guarded by Simmons. Over Simmons, and it's Green missing. The 76ers trail by 8. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Inside, shot to stop the drought, and it's laid in by Fultz. Fultz has got his second bucket tonight.
And, you know, Fultz is highly skilled as an offensive player. When he gets this kind of positioning inside, it's a wrap.
Here's Thomas. 6 points for him. In the corner, Smith with it. No good on the 3. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Dwayne, is defense the area of emphasis in the second half?
That's what's going to win this game for us. You know, it's a good offensive team. We can't give them second chance points. We can't come out in the second half and turn the ball over. So if we're going to win, it's going to be on the defensive end.
Yes, you have to keep them one and done. Thanks, Dwayne. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. In the second quarter, they were easily the better team. The points started coming for them in bunches, and they built a 6-point lead by halftime. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, I thought their turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, they could be ahead in this game if they were taking care of the boards. More possession means more scoring opportunities. A few rebounds either way could decide the outcome of the game. Ultimately, this game will come down to who wants it more.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. The 76ers trail by 6. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Derrick Rose is out there with Isaiah Thomas. And it's James in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
And J.J. Redick with the prototype when it comes to his release point on that jump shot. So quick off the catch. Always has his feet set and squared and ready to deliver that dagger.
Fultz dishes to Saric. Banked in off the glass. Saric has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the 76ers. Outside Rose. From downtown. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Cleveland. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, Philadelphia. Right now, they're 5 spots below them.
And I think for the Cavaliers, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And they're not a team that other teams look forward to facing. They're only going to get scarier the deeper into the season we get.
Now, here's LeBron. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go. LeBron kicks to Love. And the dunk by Love.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
The 76ers trail by 6. Hey, Greg, with Redick, that great shooting form he has is one of the reasons his game has aged so well.
And a lot of people wondered if Redick would be able to last in the NBA when he was drafted. Might have one of the longest careers of that draft class. Just keeps producing at any age.
Really like the attitude from Embiid. I mean, he's sending a message that you better put a body on him. When you don't, he does this.
Now here's LeBron. 6 points for him. Rose in the post, covered by Redick. Rose, no good.
That's unacceptable shot selection there, Kevin. I mean, why on earth did he think that was a good look?
Redick for 3, buries the long-range jumper. Redick's got 8 points.
Excellent confidence from Redick. Really good. I mean, taking his time, his form, textbook.
Outside Thomas. Thompson in the corner. Thomas kicks to Love. Thompson passes to Love. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Fultz dishes to Saric. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. He's got 8.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
How How about the hands on display there around the basket? I mean, he does not let those opportunities slip away, and that allows the lead to grow.
Here's Fultz following the score by Cleveland. And Šarić kicks to Fultz. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Cleveland leading by 4. James, the pass to Love. To the left wing. Thomas dishes to Thompson. Back to Thomas. And it's off from three-point range. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Šarić just screen on Thomas. Love against Šarić. Shoots it. The offensive rebound.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
Here's Thomas. Rose kicks to Thomas. Back to Rose. Expanding his range. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 5th rebound in this one.
This has been a rough, turbulent outing for him so far. Fortunately, the rest of his team has bailed him out. Where was the defense? Come on now. Where was it? No idea how they gave up that opener look.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 8. Outside Thomas. And he banks in the layup. Thomas got 8 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
The 76ers trail by 3. Embiid with the screen on Thomas. Embiid the screen. Fultz kicks to Šarić. Embiid is at the elbow. Over Thompson. Šarić on the follow.
Timeout.
Šarić has got 6 points in the quarter.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Going up, Clark, you were Mr. Basketball USA, a national ranking. Be truthful. How dominant were you in high school in Cleveland, Ohio?
I was a really good high school player, considered one of the top 2 or 3 in the country in 1979, which was actually perhaps the best high school class ever. Documented by many who followed the game: Isaiah Thomas and Sam Bowie, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Dale Ellis, Terry Cummings, Dominique Wilkins. I could go on and on. A terrific class, and I was considered at the top of that class as a high school.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
No good on the second free throw. For Philadelphia, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Now McConnell. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. For the tie, the shot misses. Good work defensively by Crowder. For Cleveland, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Thomas passes to Wade. Embiid with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Fultz has got it. For the lead. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Thomas. He's covered by McConnell. From 8. And it falls over the rim and in. And 11 points for Isaiah Thomas.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
Holmes with the steal. Thomas with the ball. He's got 11. Again, Thomas missing.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Now, here's Fultz. He's got 8. Now, here's McConnell. Nice move. He stepped back and cast it up. McConnell's got his second basket of the night.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Thomas kicks to Holmes. Embiid with the steal. And here's McConnell. Kicks to Embiid. Shoots a fader. Crowder pulls it in. For Cleveland, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Thomas kicks to Crowder. Here's Shumpert. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Offensive rebound. McConnell passes to Johnson. Shoots over Crowder. A shot by Johnson, no good. Cavaliers leading. Here's Thomas. 11 points in the game. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And we take a look here at the shot chart for Cleveland.
And this is a bit of a nightmare game for him thus far. Just nothing working, and it has to be affecting his confidence. He just doesn't look like the player he normally is out there, and you can see it in his body language after every missed shot. Boy, this is tough.
Now here's Fultz. 8 points for him. 76ers moving the ball around. Passes it to Embiid. Shoots over Holmes. And the 76ers get it back.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now. And with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. After the Cavaliers pick up 3, Johnson the screen. Now McConnell. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And Carroll gets it to go.
Timeout, timeout. And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And really, the first 3 or 4 seasons of his career, DeMarre Carroll was kind of a fringe rotation player. I think once his three-point shooting took form in Atlanta, that's when his value as a player skyrocketed.
J.R. Smith's checked in for the Cavaliers. The 76ers also with a sub. Robert Covington's checked in for Fultz.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
For the tie, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Johnson's got the game tied up here for the 76ers. And for DeMarre Carroll, able to hit the 3, but it all starts for him, Greg, at the defensive end.
Yeah, he can be an intimidator on that side of the ball, and with his lockdown mentality defensively, he only needs to provide complementary scoring to be a key contributor.
For the lead, it's rebounded by Cleveland. Crowder's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Thomas. The shot that time, not on target. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Embiid dishes to Carroll. Embiid kicks to Johnson. McConnell with it. Now Thomas defending. Pulls up on the wing. Not enough on that one as it misses.
It's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Nice shot by Smith.
And Smith loves pulling up from 3. Never scared to fire when he's out beyond.
McConnell kicks to Carroll. Here's Embiid. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Philadelphia.
You know, you got to love watching Embiid play the game because he has such great passion and really a drive to be great.
Thomas goes in. 3-pointer. Wade. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. That's 10 points for Wade.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Now here's Johnson. Good work defensively by Crowder. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Here's Thomas. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And it's a 5-point Cavalier lead. McConnell with it. Pass to Covington. Johnson the screen. Outside, Reddick. The pass to McConnell. He dishes it to Embiid. Shoots over Holmes. Got a hand on it. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. .15 seconds left in the third. McConnell. His 3-pointers off the mark. Carter outside, and it's Wade in the corner. Smith for 3, and another 3 for Cleveland.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
And so it's Cleveland holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Three quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Reddick and Covington make up the perimeter. Simmons is out there with Sharch, and it's McConnell in at the 1. Smith wide open, he fires. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
It's Reddick on the wing. Sharch against Thompson. Clock at 6. And Thompson sends it back. The shot by Carter, nobody around. And it's Carter again missing. The 76ers trail by 11. McConnell passes to Covington. There's the pick. Back to McConnell. Simmons against Love. And it's Simmons penetrating. That one good for 2. Simmons got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the 76ers. Thompson, a screen on Covington. Now here is Smith. Left side Rose. Back to Love. Left side Rose. Carter inside the 3-point line. And Thompson kicks to Rose. Dishes it to Love. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Back to Rose. Shot clock reset for Cleveland. Cleveland moving it around. Smith dishes to Thompson. It's deflected. And now Philadelphia on the break. No good from Simmons. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Smith outside. For 3, Love. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And that's 15 points for Love.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this night.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. James is checked in. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He does not think they're giving him everything. He said they've been faster to us all night. Loose balls, rebounds, everything. We got to wake up. It's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We got to seize this game. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Back to Love. A shot. And it comes off the front of the rim.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Screen by Saric. It's Covington on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Lets a floater go. Count it. And the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Covington.
And I like the soft release Covington has on his floaters. I mean, they look great coming off of his fingertips.
Outside Rose. Redick against Smith. From deep, James. Rebound by the 76ers.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you've got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
6 to shoot. Covington kicks to Saric. High, arcing shot. No good there. Good D by Thompson. The Cavaliers leading by 10. On the wing, James. Shoots over Covington. And another miss by Cleveland.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
And Saric kicks to McConnell. Back to Saric. Over Thompson. Again, the miss by Saric. Cleveland's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. LeBron drives in, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on J.J. Redick.
We're watching a legend.
He misses the free throw.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Fultz, he's checked in for T.J. McConnell. The 76ers trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Fultz kicks to Redick from outside the arc.
Outside. That's his second this half.
The Cavaliers shooting not great, 40% for the game. Out to the right wing. Back to James. Love with the screen on Covington. Thompson from long range. Love, no luck.
A good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. Over Simmons. The kick out to Rose. James outside. 6 on the shot clock. Two points. That one goes. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
And Fultz gets it to go.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Here's Simmons. Buries it down low. Simmons got 4 this quarter.
And Simmons so deft with the floater, freezing the defense completely.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And, you know, anytime your game is compared to LeBron James, that's a heavy mantle, no doubt about it. But, you know, with Simmons' size and point guard skills, I certainly can appreciate where people might make that comparison and can actually see some mild similarity.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thomas is checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Embiid, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. James against Covington. Off the pick, and the dunk by James.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Here's Fultz. And Simmons at 6'10", a rare combination of size, strength, athleticism, and elite playmaking ability.
No question, Kevin. He's a drive and kick dime dropper supreme. I mean, this guy whips bullet passes with ease and great vision and plays downhill, too.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. And here is Thomas. There's the feed to Rose. The screen from Thompson. James kicks to Thompson. And the rejection by Embiid.
Solid read from Embiid there. Terrific at anticipating when that shot is coming.
And that one, good.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Out to the right wing. Outside Thomas. Love outside. And here's Rose outside. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Covington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The dish to Sharge. Here's Redick. He kicks it to Fultz. For the 3. He's off on that one, so Cleveland will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier, and James throws it down.
Yeah, just not easy trying to stop James. Lightning quick and superb at finishing while taking the contact.
To the paint. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from Embiid.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
Well, they don't have anybody to blame but themselves. Got to prevent them from getting good looks this late in the ball game. You got to come up with stops.
Love with the screen on Redick. Rose passes to Thompson. Kicks it out to Love. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Philadelphia making a change here. Simmons is checked in. The 76ers trail by 5. Now Fultz. Charge a screen on Thomas. It's Redick on the wing. And it's off from 3-point range. Well, Cleveland shooting only 35% in the 4th quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
Thomas dishes to LeBron. That's a pick by Love. James kicks to Thomas. It's stolen by Fultz.
You know, he's got to take care of the ball much better than he has been. By himself, he's accounted for 4 turnovers. That's way too many. Outstanding poise from Fultz there. I mean, his team looks for him to provide buckets like that, and he doesn't disappoint.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Here's James. And the rejection by Embiid. Pass to Fultz. Floats one. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, you know, Fultz has great control on these floaters. Not an easy shot, but he makes it look easy.
On the wing, James. Guarded by Simmons. And Thompson throws it down.
And he's He's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Embiid against Thompson. Embiid, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Outside Thomas. Back to Rose. Outside Thomas. He feeds it to LeBron. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Thomas kicks to James. LeBron with another miss.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Saric has the open look. The quick look, no good that time.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so. That's exactly how you set the table. Great dime there.
And Simmons kicks to Saric. Feeds it to Fultz. 76ers moving the ball around. Stolen by Thompson. There's 39 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Thomas with the ball. The screen from Thompson. Outside Thomas. And it goes down 2 points. Now it's a 7-point Cleveland lead.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
Fry passes to McConnell. Carroll for 3. Rebounded by Holmes. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Now, here's Thomas. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Dwayne, you really got on the glass tonight. How did that happen?
Yeah, coach told me to rebound. I've been trying to rebound lately, so just trying to get down there and help our big guys out.
Well, you helped him in a big way, Dwayne. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.